CKYC is a very trending topic, and today is a special day because we have our own in-house speaker with us. So without further ado, let's get this session started. So our topic is importance of CKYC in financial institution. See, for any financial institution or a business, following regulations and protecting customer interest is very, very important. And CKYC being one of the most significant regulation, understanding it becomes even more critical for that. I mean, did you know that CKYC Registry has like more than 70 crore records as of March 2023? And moreover, the CKYC system is more reliable and stable compared to the, Aadhaar UDI server. But I mean, how many of you are you really familiar with CKYC? Upon our interactions with many financial institutions and lending businesses, turns out, I mean, lots of them are like still scratching their head over CKYC matters. And some of them are not even aware of what CKYC is. I mean, this is the situation we are facing right now. So, hence keeping all these things in mind, and we CloudBankin has decided to conduct a CKYC session, a webinar. Like it is all about importance of CKYC in financial institutions, where we'll be talking about the basic roots of CKYC, how to make the CKYC functionalities like search, download, and upload, basically work their magic using CKYC API, and how a financial institution, can ensure that their system is automated, seamless, and compliant for themselves. So let's get to the next part. So introducing our speaker, we have Mr. Palani Sami M. Palani, he's the techno-functional consultant of CloudBankin, drawing over 15 years of experience in finance, crafting creative tech solutions for core business needs. His wide-ranging skills include expertise in implementing lending solution for IDFC and other banks. Currently, he manages enterprise clients and CKYC solution in CloudBankin. Next, we have our moderator, Mr. Mani. He's the CEO of CloudBankin, and he's a well-known expert in fintech. With having like more than 10 years of experience, he stays on trends with latest fintech happenings, and his LinkedIn hashtag Money Speaks Money is a treat for all fintech enthusiasts out there. Mani has expertise in the IT sector with more than 15 years of experience, and you can specifically find insights on digital lending every day at 11 a.m. on his profile, LinkedIn profile. So before moving forward, let me introduce about what CloudBankin is. So our company is basically an end-to-end digital lending solution provider to banks, co-op banks, NBFCs, and fintechs. So it currently supports 10+ loan products and has implemented been in 10 different locations. So this is our core product that we support, top product, personal loan, business loan, as you can see in the screen, and this is our product offerings so far. So before moving, like to make this webinar more interactive, we have we are encouraging the participants to ask questions and share their thoughts in the chat box, as well as the Q&A part. And our panelists, that is Palani and Mani, will be addressing them during the Q&A session towards the end of the webinar. So let's get started. Now I hand over the session to Mani.
All right, we'll start the session. Okay. 1 second, let me share my screen. Right. By the way, thank you so much for joining this webinar. I believe that this webinar is myself and Palani were discussing how much content that we can deliver it and how we can talk CKYC for the next 1 hour, right? We personally felt that it is not possible, because we hardly have content for the next 30 minutes of your time, and then remaining 10-15 minutes we can go for a Q&A, and we'll try to answer as much as question as possible. As Shweta told, we have a separate Q&A option there. Guys and girls, like, if you have any questions, feel free to put it in the comment box. We'll be happy to take up the questions. So we'll tell you why we had this, why we wanted to conduct this webinar, right? So my bread and butter, like daily, I would like to talk about digital lending, and I'll talk a lot. I interacted with a lot of NBFCs and urban cooperative banks, and when we have a discussion with them, they say that, what is KYC? Is it the KYC even does exist? And the next question they'll ask is, it took almost 6 months to get the testbed credentials, live credentials of CKYC. It's very hard to get. The customer support is, we are very hard to talk to them, right? These are all the list of questions I've been hearing for all these days for the past 3 months. So we would like to have this as a webinar. Why can't we, when we go and search in the internet, we have very few articles to it, how to register CKYC, what kind of challenges they face and all, right? So we have an expert also, Mr. Palani, to explain this in detail. So we'll just go step by step. Let me share my screen. Okay, is my screen visible, Palani?
Yes.
Hello, Palani, is my screen? Yes. Okay, got it. Your mic is not audible, Palani. Can you come closer to the mic and talk? Okay. So yeah, this is the starting slide. Fine. So this is the agenda that we are going to cover. So what is actually the CKYC is, and how to apply. If you are new to CKYC, how to apply, and if you have different operations, what kind of different operations that you can perform in the CKYC, and different sample use cases, right? So the CKYC can be used in the loan origination system, and how it can be used, right? How simple it is, and what is the pricing for CKYC, right? So everybody, okay, if there is a service from public infrastructure, then there will be a cost associated with it, right? So what kind of pricing that it has, and finally we'll tell you how API, how CloudBankin API will help you to automate the list of services which CKYC has. So this is the predominant areas that we are going to cover. I'll moving on to the next slide. So how was it before, right? So every time, I mean, when you ask me to before 2016, so customer will be having a separate KYC in each banks, and even now, if you ask me, say for example, a customer has got a personal loan from a bank, and he got a housing loan from an NBFC, and he has got an insurance from an insurance company, right? So every time the customer submits a different document for KYC, and every time the bank may not be able to have the latest one, or separate document sits with each financial institutions. So that was happening before, and 2016 is where the CKYC has born. The body which is governing CKYC is CERSAI. So now after CKYC has been implemented, so this was the landscape, right? Landscape is, so the once the customer data, customer gives the KYC to either of these financial institutions, then the data will be pushed to CERSAI. It is a central registry where banks and NBFC can take the latest one and then make use of it. So it is one central repository of the KYC data, and financial institution, with the help of get the consent from the customer, they'll be able to pull the records from CKYC. And this is where we sit in midst of the CERSAI portal, and from bank we sit in middle of it, and then we'll be able to get the request and response through our APIs and get it done. So I'll explain each and every aspects to it in the later slides. So this was before, and this was actually everywhere there's a separate KYC was there, but now we have put it in as one central repository, which is what the CKYC it is. So I believe I think any questions, feel free to let us know. Please post it in the chat option. Moving on. So why the CKYC is important, right? I'll tell you a couple of use cases that while I'm talking to NBFCs and financial institutions, right? So one of the interesting use case what I got it. See in the origination, right? When the financial institution does the loan origination, there is one of the important processes, the KYC process, correct? So there are a lot of APIs available for Aadhaar. So the moment when the Aadhaar number has been given, then an OTP will be sent to the borrower's mobile number. And unfortunately, sometimes Aadhaar mobile number is not mapped. Mobile number and Aadhaar was not mapped. So the OTP will go to some random mobile number. Then the KYC process wouldn't be able to complete. So to avoid that, right now, a few NBFCs are using it as an alternate for Aadhaar, where instead of giving Aadhaar for KYC, that they are using PAN and date of birth. With the help of that, they will be able to pull the records from CKYC directly. This is one of the use case. And another use case is sometimes with a lot of requests being used by Aadhaar, sometimes the Aadhaar server sometimes will go down. So for that, to my experience, CKYC server is really stable and it is easy to use also. So we'll be able to use as an alternate to Aadhaar and all. So that is one of the important aspects, some other real-time use cases that you can get it from an NBFC and urban cooperative bank perspective. And apart from that, you can also say, for example, if a new financial institution is coming and they don't need to produce and verify the KYC, where they can directly take it from our CKYC portal, and that's it. So their complete burden has been reduced using this. And one more important good thing is CKYC will accept any valid documents. It could be Aadhaar, PAN, driving license, voter ID, right? Other valid documents also, and you can retrieve the information with any ID, right? That is one good thing. So, for example, you are able to pull the CKYC record through PAN, through Aadhaar, from other ID also. So, once the customer has been put inside the registry of CKYC, right, you will be able to pull the information from any of the valid ID. So, that is also one of the important functionality which our CKYC has. I think this gives a fair idea of what and why CKYC is important. Just on the context side, Rajat, do we have poll right now active, or we shall move on? Hello? 1 second. All right, I'm handing over this to Mr. Palani just to understand how the next step of this webinar is to how to register in CKYC, right? I can see the audience where they are from they're starting a new NBFC, starting a new urban cooperative bank, they are from fintech, right? So how to apply for a CKYC, right? So Palani, can you please share your screen and explain how to register it to a CKYC? This is a very important piece of this webinar. I think most of the financial institutions are facing challenges in this. Maybe Palani, can you please take it over?
Yeah, thank you, Mani. Thank you, Mani and Shweta, for introducing me and also articulating the importance of that CKYC. So before getting into how to create the CKYC, to get the CKYC account, let's understand the problem statement, why we are covering this topic. The major thing we are seeing, one is the institution who has applied for testbed account, they are yet to get it, even though some time passed. And second point is they have gotten the testbed account, but they don't know or how to apply the production account. So how to test it and how to get the production account. This is second point. And third point is, so even after getting this test bed and also production account, how to get it automated for to integrate plugging into the LOS or LMS wherever it wants. Okay, so to solve these problems, so let's understand how to get the CKYC account in short time, probably in lesser turnaround time. So what we did, from zero to production account, we got that activated for 2 to 3 weeks. So let me share my screen and explain the process. My screen visible?
Yeah, Palani, it is visible. Yes.
Okay, thank you. So to create a CKYC account, first we need to get the testbed account, and also after that we need to do the testing, proper testing in the testbed account. By attaching testbed account only, we can able to get the production account. So let's get started. So first, to register, we need to go to the CKYC portal. Like, okay, this is a first step. And let me also go to that portal. Okay, so this is a CKYC portal. Once we land on this, we can able to see the register button. So in that register button, we need to click the register button. So we can see that as we are registering as a new institution, click on the new institution registration, where we can able to see the couple of sections. One is financial institution details, and other thing is admin user and admin user 2, and what are the documents required for this registration. Okay, so as a representative of this financial institution, I need to have the information in my hand, like who is the admin user, who is the admin user 2, who will be the owner of institution, and who will be the nominated nodal officer, kind of thing. So if you look at it at this screen, we are filling this, we need to fill this up mandatory details. One is name of the institution, registration number, and website. These are the optional fields. If you want to fill, we can fill it. And address. And going down, we can able to see the head of the institution and nominated user authorized signatory. So what we learned, so we can maintain different user details over here, but the better, or to get the CKYC account as quickly as possible, better to maintain the same details across owner of the institution and also head of the institution and one user of that admin user. So now at the mandatory, we need to have two users at least. One is admin user and another one is admin user 2. So as we know, these two users will be acting as a maker and also checker. So any user can be a maker and any user can be a checker. Okay, so after filling this information, we can submit this information. Once we submit, the authorized signatory, I mean, we have nominated over here, right? That person will get the email stating that you got the you need to register with this CKYC Testbed account. So once we got that mail, we need to go to that Testbed account where we need to register it again. So as I was mentioning earlier, so let's better keep all the accounts similar to production details over here. So we need to register in the testbed URL over here. So the sections are similar, exactly same what we did in the production account. So we need to fill the details. Once we fill these details, after upon confirmation of this form, we will get the credentials for the access of that CKYC portal. I mean testbed CKYC portal. So for example, we have given the two users. One is admin user 1, another one is admin user 2. Both user will get an account to access the portal. And one point we need to note, every user to look into the, to log into that account, we need to attach their DSC. So then only they can able to log into the portal and can able to see the next steps. Okay. So this is how we need to get the testbed account. Once testbed account is completed, next step is we need to create there are some certain checklists we need to provide. One is minimum 10 records we need to add, minimum 10 customer accounts we need to add it in the testbed account. It has to go through Maker. Once Maker is approved, and the checker has to verify it. Once checker is verified, it will go to the CKYC registry queue, wherein registry will check the details and either they will approve or reject it. So what I am seeing in also technical perspective, in the Maker level, they are validating kind of what kind of client-side validation, kind of client-side validation, like whether they are providing the string or they are providing the date format is correct and all. And server-side validation, they are validating with original data. Okay, but in testbed account, we can give any kind of test dummy data. We can get the records approved from the registry. So once we get it approved from registry, that nominated email address will get an email stating that you have completed the testbed accounts. So the next step is to get the production account. So to get the production account, we need to attach this testbed confirmation email along with the required documents with the physical copy to the CKYC registry Delhi. So once we submitted, within a week, we will get the account for production. So with the similar kind of user, like one user for Maker, another one is checker. But as we said, any user can be a Maker, any user can be a checker. So just to recap, to get the production account, first,
sorry to interrupt. While doing the recap, right, can you just summarize through the slides what we have shared?
Yeah, sure. Okay, the first step is get registered testbed registration link. So for that, we need to register in the CKYC registry portal. Once we done with that, we will get a link for the testbed account completion. After completing the details over there, we will get the credentials for testbed. So once that is done, we need to create the records, customer records, minimum 10 records. Minimum 10 records, we need to submit it. Once we get that records approved, which means once we got the CKYC number for those 10 customers, then we will get the mail for stating that the testbed credentials has been testing has been performed and good to go for the production account. So after that, we need to send the details along with the testing completed email and everything in as a physical copy to signed physical copy to the registry. So once that is done, I think the best case, we got the production account within a week. So for that, we will get the 2 user account details. So that's it on the about the how to get the CKYC account. And moving on to next step. Mani, anything else you want to add on here?
Yeah, 1 second, Palani. I think we can conduct a quick poll right now just to understand how's our audience is looking like. Okay. Audience, I would like to have this webinar as interactive as possible. So in the, now in your screen, you will be able to see a poll where all you have to do just to spend some 1 minute of your time. That's it. Just we are asking 2 questions. Have you implemented CKYC in your solution, in your company, or what function in your are you using from CKYC, right? So just two questions, just wait for a minute just to understand. We'll also showcase the results post this. We'll just wait for a minute so that I would expect everybody to participate in this poll. Just 2 clicks, that's it. Because why we are asking this question is most of the time when we ask about have you implemented CKYC in your organization, most of the time I'm hearing a no as an answer. Just want to understand what our audience is actually doing. And even though they are using CKYC, one or the other functions, they may not be using all the functionalities. Just 2 radio buttons. Perfect. Yeah. Are we going to display results or Rajat, or shall I proceed?
Yeah, we'll be sharing the results now.
Okay, cool.
I'll be ending the poll now and share the results.
Yes, please. Got it. I think this gives a fair idea about how's our audience is. Thank you so much for responding the queries. So yeah, over to you, Palani. You can proceed the next.
Sure. I think I need to share it again. Screen visible?
Yeah.
So, yeah. So these are the operations we can able to do it through CKYC account. So as we got the CKYC account, there are 3 major operations. One is search, and another is download, and another one is upload. In case of upload, there are 2 divisions. One is we can create a new user, or we can update the existing user. And one point we need to note it while updating the data. If the existing record has been created with the same institution, then we can able to update it directly. Otherwise, once we need to download it, then only we can able to update it. Okay. So search. So search means in case of any organization or any LOS flow kind of thing, if the customer details we are not known of CKYC number, then we need to go through the search to get the CKYC number. So for that, we need to pass the any one of identification number. For example, PAN. Along with PAN number, we need to even we can get it for passport kind of other identity cards, but for search we can use any kind of identity card. For now, let's use PAN. So by passing PAN number here, you can able to see that what is the ID proof type and ID number. Here you can choose PAN, and by entering the PAN number, once you submit it, you will get the CKYC number from the portal. I mean the CKYC registry, where you can able to see CKYC number along with some personal details on the name and father name and mother name. So once we get that CKYC number, we can pass that CKYC number to the download. So to get the data of that particular customer, we need to invoke that download. So to get that, we should be knowing that CKYC number upfront, or we need to go through the search. Okay. So once we got that CKYC number, by passing that, we could be able to get all the information which is submitted while creation. What are the information created by customer that can be downloaded from the using the download. And next one is creation of new record. So to create a record, there are 6 or more divisions they are asking. In exactly it is a KYC information like personal details, address, and details of related person, other details. So those the information we need to fill it around. I think as per my understanding, it comes around 56 to 60 fields. Okay, to get it created over there. So once we create this, okay, once we submit it, it will go to the checker queue, wherein other user log in as a checker and they have to verify it. Once they verify it, again it will go to the CKYC registry. They will take, I think they are taking 24 hours at the max. So within 24 hours, they will verify the data and give it back as a CKYC number. In case of rejection, they will be providing the for what reason it has been rejected. So by knowing that reason, the maker can reinsert the record. So next one is updation. So as I said earlier, updation can be done if we created earlier. That is one way. Another way, if not been created by the same institution, then we need to go through the download first, and we are in a position to update the data through this screen. Okay, so this is about the performing operation of search, download, and upload. So this is through portal. So as we know, it is going through as a single users. It not for the bulk users. But like consider the organization many, they are having many customers per day, like more than 1,000 kind of thing. Then they can opt for the bulk upload. Okay. So yeah, Mani, I think you can take care from here, right?
Yeah, I'll take it from there. I think thanks, Palani. So basically, you can just stop your screen, Palani, so that I can do it from my own. So basically, as Palani suggested, there are 4 main pillars. One is search, upload, search, download, upload, and update. Right. So if you let's take the pricing, right? So the major difference between India and other countries is because of the public infrastructure what we have. So it could be Aadhaar, it could be account aggregator, it could be CKYC, right? The public infrastructure is accessible at with very low cost for that matter. So how much, that's another interesting point, how much you want to go to pay to the CKYC thing, right? So that's the next thing that I'm going to showcase you. Can you see my screen, Palani?
Yes.
So for the search, it's actually absolutely no cost. This is the pricing that you will have to pay to the CKYC team. And for upload, approximately the cost for upload, download, and update will be approximately ₹1, right? See how cost effective it is. And so moving on, this is the pricing perspective, and this is an approximate pricing that we got for one of the NBFCs. So I'm moving on to the next stage. I think we've got few questions also. So
Mani, sorry to interrupt. Could you please go back to the previous slide? So yeah. So let me explain about this bulk upload.
Yeah. Okay.
So as we handle only single kind of record through portal. So as I said, if you want to consider, in financial institutions who are having the customers more than 1,000 kind of thing, they can use this functionality. So which means as if that bulk upload means we need to have a file. So for each and every operation, they are having a predefined format. For example, search, they'll be CKYC registry is specified some format. For upload, they will have specified some format. Similar to that, download also, they have specified some format. So by using that for specified format, we need to create a GIF file, okay, along with the information, okay, and also with that GIF file, we can upload it in the same portal. That is one way. The another one way is, suppose if you want to automate the bulk upload, we need to go through by SFTP, which means the SFTP, there will be a location will be provided by CK registry to put the files over there. Okay, so for that we can initiate the SFTP account once we get the testbed account confirmation. Okay, for production and also testbed, we can initiate this as a parallel process. No need to wait for the SFTP confirmation for testbed account itself. So once we get that SFT account, wherein they will be mentioning details like user credentials, it is actually similar to the user which we are using for the portal login details, and another one is upload URLs. Okay, so by using that, we can automate wherever we want. For example, once the file has been created, we can place that through SFTP, the file can be placed in the SFTP folder. From that, from that CKYC registry, will pick the file. Okay, first they will pick the file, and let's say from maker perspective, it is picking that file. After picking that file, it will give a response 0 file. So which means maker is completed. So in that situation, the checker can able to log in the portal and see the details, put it over through SFTP over there. So, and after that, checker has to approve it. Once the checker approve it, it will go to the CKYC registry, and again, after 24 hours kind of thing, they will place a final response file. Okay, so final response file, that is the thing we can able to see the CKYC number and specific to that customers. This is for single record and also bulk. But single record we always tend to use in the through portal, but bulk records we can use these methods. One is through upload of portal, another one is automation way like through SFTP.
So thanks, Palani. Thanks for that. So just to want to summarize a few things. Can you see my screen, Palani?
Yes.
So these are all the important parameters: search, download, upload, and update. And there is an option to do it in a bulk way also, where the bulk or upload options are there. So right now, what are all things that has been explained by Palani? It's all completely manual, that you'll have to do it in the CKYC portal, go log into that, do all the operations like search, download, upload, and update, right? So why can't we automate this process, right? So is there any way that we can do this? That is where we come in. I'll just tell you how our APIs can help the financial institutions to automate their process, right? I will share few interesting videos to you to understand the automation of it, right? So right now, what Palani has explained, that it's all manual, right? And one of the NBFCs has invested a lot, almost some 5 to 6 employees has been dedicated to upload a file in the CKYC registry. It is an SFTP. There's a separate format to it. I'll just explain you how those things are gonna be. And these are all manual process. It will take minimum. That's what, for one of the NBFC, they've taken 5 employees only to upload the details to CKYC. And this, as per RBI, it is actually mandated that all the financial institution has to do this, right? So coming back, let's get into another interesting segment. Where can I use this, right? So obviously the search, upload, download, and all, right? This has been using here, and through API, how we can automate it, right? I'll just tell you, I'll share you a few videos. 1 second. Let's assume that you are doing a loan origination, okay? So this is the 1 second. Can you see the screen, Palani?
Yep.
Okay, 1 second. So this is the app that you are given to the borrower. So assume that you are doing loan origination. The borrower can be onboarded either on themselves or through loan officers or DSA, whatever way that they want. So first he does a registration. Just give a dummy loan origination flow here. So the moment he clicks apply loan, you can list all your loan products. The moment he clicks say personal loan, right? Let's take a simple example here. So he gives some basic details about him. And then, yeah, that's it. So here, if he enters the PAN and date of birth, okay, The moment he enters the PAN and the date of birth, and we get the consent that we authorize this financial institution to take the data from central KYC, then we'll be able to pull the records instantly, right? You can see the CKYC ID, which is the 14-digit number, and you can take the address, date of birth, everything. This is being done through our API. We have given a search and download API to the financial institution. They'll be able to pull it out. And you can also use the same in your loan origination flow. So say, for example, few NBFCs, they'll do the Aadhaar. They first try Aadhaar. If the Aadhaar OTP is not there, then we'll ask the CKYC details. We can take this an alternate route if they're not having the respective details. Okay. So this is on the use case. And another automation perspective, right, through the API. So assume that you are doing all these search, upload, download, right, all these details manually in the CKYC portal, where how our APIs can help you. So this is only for the tech team. I mean, technology people can understand this. So we'll give a postman file to the financial institutions where the technology team who can use leverages our platform, the APIs, and then they can hit and get the records, right? So I'll just go one by one. The search record, right? So, I mean, pardon me, like there are few bankers who will also be seeing it. This is a postman tool. So we can see, you can see our APIs here. So the input, what we are giving is the PAN number here. The moment when you send the request here, click send. So what will happen in the background where we'll be able to, the moment when you call the request to our APIs, right? We will in turn call that to CKYC portal, and then we'll be able to get a response and then display that to you. So you can see the immediate response that we are getting it, right? This is the image file. And now the search, what is the output of search? API is basically, you'll be able to get the 14-digit CKYC number and the name and age, that's it. So with the CKYC number that we have got it, right? The next option would be the download. With that download, we'll give this CKYC number as an input. Moving on, this is the download video that we have. So the moment when the CKYC number is given, then click send. So you'll be able to get the details. Almost from 50 to 60 parameters of a borrower can be instantly pulled from CKYC. So this is search and download option. So first we have to pull the search option, and the second, with that search, the output will be the CKYC number. That CKYC number will be given input to the download option, download API, and that with this, we'll be able to pull the 50 to 60 parameters of a customer. And so once you got a new customer, and then you'll have to upload it, right, as per RBI compliance. So this is, so as Palani suggested, so you have to create a zip file manually and then submit it to the CKYC portal, where it can be done automatically through our portal. So obviously all your dispersed customers in your LMS, right, the loan management system. So you'll have to generate a zip file and then send it to your CKYC portal. So for that, we have created an API for the upload option. So for that, you'll have to give input as customer details. Whatever customer details that you have, you can just give an input. And the output of the API is pretty straightforward, right? So it will generate a file as per CKYC. So maybe okay, just see the video. You can save it to a file. It is a zip file, that's why it is some random special characters. The zip file, if you open it, you can see two things. One is a text file where you can see all the details with the pipe symbol in place. So these are all this is the expected format which CKYC accepts. So our system will generate automatically all these reports. And then in the zip file, you can see what are ID that the customer has given. So the passport, Aadhaar, and profile details, all the things that you will be able to get it. So this is on the uploading option, right? And then the next step is as soon as the upload has been done, the file has been generated, then we'll have to put it in the SFTP, right, to get the response. So for that, the CK, we have a separate API for that. So once you enter all the details, once you call our API, once a send button has been clicked, now you can see clearly that a file transfer successfully to SFTP server, right? A zip file has been generated, and then it is also posted the zip file in the SFTP server also, right? So you don't need to do any manual activity here. All you have to do is just call from your LMS for the search and download from your LOS point of view. Just call our APIs so that you'll be able to get the borrower details. And to submit, to upload or update the records, you'll have to call our API so that the file has been automatically generated and put it in the SFTP, right? Heading back, right? So the moment when you upload the details to the CKYC server, then obviously there are a lot of responses from the CKYC team, right? I think that will be the next major important thing that you would like to share it. So different responses that we'll be getting it, where Palani will be explaining that. Yeah, Palani, we can take it up with the next thing.
Yeah, sure. Please move on to that slide.
You want me to 1 second? So coming back, so we are here. Yeah.
Yeah. So earlier I have covered this, but let me explain. When you do the automation through SFTP, so when we place the file directly to the SFTP folder, it is like a maker is placing the file over there. So it will do the client-side validation. I mean, first level of validation, like whether the format is correct, whether the given data is correct, for something like they will check it. And once that's been verified, you will get it as a response for 0 file. In that, if it is approved, then checker can able to see the data in the checker queue. Okay. So once the checker is approved, we will get the response on file. So which means second level file. So which means once we got the response on file, it is placed in the CKYC registry to verify from their end. So that is done. Either they will get back us with success or failure. In case of success, we can able to see the data has been approved by CKYC registry, and we can see the CKYC number. In case of rejection, they will provide the reason behind this, and so that again we can recreate using correcting that error. So this is the response flow for when we are doing the SFTP. But when you do through portal, the response while submitting itself, we will get the response.
Cool. Thanks, Palani, for the explaining the response. I think another interesting part of the webinar is, again, we are going to conduct a poll. Just 1 second of your time, 1 minute of your time.
Are we having questions before that, Mani?
Yeah, 1 second. We'll take up the questions one by one later. So you got 2 questions in the webinar. So would you like to implement CKYC in your organization? Because most of them have said yes, that you are using some or the other the CKYC, but how are you doing it? Is it through manually or through automated system, right? So I'll wait for another minute to take up the question. All right. So I think I'm going to end the poll. Or I'm waiting. I'm getting a lot of answers, so I'm just waiting for 1 more minute. Thank you so much for being responsive. Great. I think more than 100 words have come. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your time. Maybe I've got some other 10 more questions to be answered, Palani. We'll take it up post this poll has been done.
Sure.
Yeah, 10 more seconds. All right, thanks. So we'll go the question one by one. Somebody was asking, can you showcase the demo in Hindi? We can definitely arrange a session in Hindi for sure, sir. So Palani, question to you: what are the fields are compulsory fields for searching?
Yeah, through API, as we seen in the demo, it is required only the which ID we are passing. In case of PAN, we need to specify we are passing PAN, and PAN number should be passed. If we pass passport, we need to specify we are passing passport and that passport ID. But if you look at the web portal, where you can see they are asking a couple of other informations. Okay, we can submit and get the data. But through API, only one thing: one is ID and what ID we are passing.
So what ID, like could be Aadhaar, PAN, or
they have a type. For example, 01 for PAN kind of thing, 02 for a passport kind of thing. So if we pass that, accordingly they will give the data. So one experience we can put it over here. So as per our understanding, so they are mostly created the CKYC using the PAN number, most of the cases. So when we go for search with passport and other kind of thing, but sometimes the information not coming from CKYC registry. If we ask that, they are saying it's been created using PAN number. That is the primary field we have used. So it is better to use PAN number.
Okay, got it. And another interesting question from Sandeep Soni, where what happens if I mistake by the details of the customer is wrongly updated, right? Instead of Ram's address, I put Kumar's address, right? How will I go and change it in the CERSAI?
Yeah, if it's been created by you, again, we can use the update functionality through API or portal as well. Okay. If it is being created by some other organization, you need to download it first and you need to reconcile it, whether the which address has been placed over there. So if you feel that it is a wrong one, then you need to use the update functionality.
Okay. And by the way, another, I think Sandeep, who checks the authenticity of the updation of CERSAI, right? So there is a maker checker concept which has been explained by Palani. So once you log in, you can see the maker checker concepts, and then you can validate by 4i principle. So somebody uploads the document and somebody approves it, right? That is the maker checker, where you can check the authenticity of the borrower. So I think the next question is from Saurabh. How do we get the SFTP credentials, Palani?
Yeah, once we got the testbed account and all, there is a checklist. They specified that we need of SFTP. Okay. So for these kind of account, for example, our institution and our institution, there will be a FI code, right? They are sharing the FI code once we get the credentials. By passing those 5 or 6 fields through mail, we need to submit those informations and they will provide it.
Okay.
In case of information ineffective, they will ask more information again.
Okay, I think we are flooded with a lot of questions. Thank you, guys. Keep asking questions. We have what? So 5-10 minutes. We can even extend 5 more minutes. So share the PPT. Yes, definitely, Suma. We'll be able to share this entire video with the blog and other details for sure. You'll be able to get the PPT also for sure. And Karthik, will there be any change where search was success and download was failed?
So we didn't base that scenario, but there are two approaches. One is normally search and download together. Okay, some cases our API does search and download together, because to get the data of that customer, we need to pass the CKYC number. So in case we don't have that CKYC number upfront, so we need to search it first, and getting the response from search object, that has to be passed to the download object. So for now, whichever we got the CKYC number, for those records, we got the information. Probably we can try out different test cases again to get it failed.
Okay. And hi, Sriram. Thanks for coming up with a lot of questions. So Sriram's first question is, if there is any duplicate data, right, how the CKYC will do the dedupe?
So it has to be taken care of in our LOS actually at the moment. That's why we need to download it from portal, and the data captured from the users, that has to be reconciled.
Okay, so it is a manual process, is it?
Right. Otherwise, we from the LOS perspective, we need to do it.
Okay. But the APIs will be able to catch that dedupe, Palani, right now?
I think he is talking about a upload file. File means it is a unique name actually. Okay. So in case of file, there is no possibility that duplication. In case of we put the same name, then we will get it as a error like duplicate data.
Okay, yeah, that's what even the question from Sriram was asking. So Sriram, to answer you, from the SFTP response, you'll be getting at that this is the duplicate one. Okay. So we process one. The another question is that we process one record, got the CKYC number. Day two, if we send the same data to CKYC upload, will CKYC be able to reject this record? Or okay, I'm just day one, if we process the first record, Palani, okay, we got the CKYC number. Okay, day two, if we send the same data in CKYC upload, will CKYC able to reject this record, citing that CKYC already exists, or it will just upload it? That's it.
No, see, if it is already there, we need to go with the update function.
Update option only, right?
Not the
Yeah,
creation.
makes
So
sense.
if it is there, it will say that it is CKYC number is already there.
Okay. And to answer the Bardoli Nagarik Sahakari banks, right? So is it in your application? Yes, sir. Within our loan origination and loan management system, we have it as an inbuilt. Who are using our LOs and LMS, they are part of our CKYC package. They are using it. And what is 30 type record or 50 type records? So what are the different? I couldn't understand the question from.
Yeah, that says for bulk upload. Okay, for each and every operation, they have specified that this kind of format we need to use to creating the files. Okay, records. So for that, they are specifying the header record and detail records also. So this is how the question. Yeah, so we need to place 30 and also 50 in. It is for download, I guess, right? Maybe which can be answered later, man.
Okay, fine. Yeah, cool. I don't think I will end the session because there are so many questions are popping out. 1 second. I'll just pick it up. Some important questions. So for few accounts, we are getting only first response and not getting the second response. What might be the reason? I couldn't understand the question. Because from our experience point of view.
See, I think he is talking about response 0 and 1. Okay. So what if we got the response 0? So what if we are not getting the response 1? So which means it is available in the checker queue. So checker has to verify again. So we need to log in the portal. We need to see what status it's been landing over there.
And is bulk search available? If yes, then how?
Yes. So similar to bulk upload, we can, there is a format specified by CKYC Registry. So based on that, we can put the record. So it is actually the text file we need to create. For For example, as we know, for search, we need to pass PAN number and ID number. So multiple records can be passed as a file. So similar to that, it will go through maker checker process. Again, we will get it as a final response.
Okay, cool. I think just give a quick pause. Keep asking questions. We'll just ask one more poll before ending this session. Just one more poll. Yeah, just to understand, have you learned anything new in this session? Was it interactive? Or how do you rate this webinar? This is to understand about your feedback. I'll just wait for one more minute. We'll close the poll in another 30 seconds. So please let us know the feedback, because every month we are conducting 2 webinars specifically on digital lending topics, and daily in my LinkedIn you can see daily 11 a.m. you can see the new LinkedIn post on digital lending, right? New small snippets about digital lending, right? So we are keep contributing to this ecosystem what to say, like with very passion about it, contributing to the system. So I would expect you to give this feedback so that will definitely help us to improve ourselves. Cool. Thanks a lot. So I'll take a few more questions. Palani?
Yeah, I think there are a lot of questions being not answered.
Answered.
Sorry for that. Probably we can send it separately.
Cool. And by the way, I'm getting a lot of questions on, can you please share a demo? Can you please implement a CKYC solution in our company? Like that, I'm getting a lot of questions. I will be happy to take up the questions later. I mean, I'll ask my sales team to give a presentation and all. Meanwhile, if you have any queries, I think Rajit has recently posted a point that if you have any recommends on the CKYC piece, please feel free to send us an email to salesteam@cloudbanking.com. And I'll take 2 more questions and then close this session. Okay, so many questions. Manu, I think Manu, you have given so many questions, but I think the same question has been repeated again. Okay, one second. Okay. How to check if the customer has a CKYC number or not, Palani?
Through search, we need to pass one identifier, either PAN or passport or a license. Okay. So if we get the response of with CKYC number, it means data is available. For that purpose only, we are using the search.
Okay. And another interesting question from, I think I will take that as the last question, sir, in the interest of time. Is there any way that a person has 2 CKYC numbers? Is it possible?
We didn't get that kind of error so far. Duplicate CKYC number so far.
Perfect. By the way, thank you so much for joining this call. I think I really understand that we were not able to answer a lot of questions here, but please feel free to get back to us at the sales team at @CloudBank now. We'll be happy to respond to all your queries. Thank you so much. I believe everybody has benefited out of the session, and thanks so much, Palani, for patiently answering the questions asked by the audience.
Yeah, thank you, Mani. Thank you for participants. Sorry for some couple of questions we have been covered. Probably we can take it up in the offline.
Cool then. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot for joining the webinar.